Hey crafters, Big D here, and this video is not me involved at all. I'm just doing the intro because Lady D is sick. So, this week, we're doing a miniature showcase. You all know how much we talk about the community and the brotherhood and the friendship and the extended family of the community is. Well, Lady D and I really wanted to do something special for a couple of really good friends of ours. So there were some conversations involved, and Lady D and go into the whole mindset behind it. But with my 3D printer, I've come across some really cool figures. And we saw a few that she wanted to paint up and give to our buddies, Mythos and Freak, over at the Frost and Fists. So I'm just gonna transition over to when she was recording and talking about how she painted these and her whole mindset behind them. And you know, it's just something to see how awesome in a year she went from a good painter to start off with a year ago, and in a year she has become something really special. So um, let's go see what she did.
Alright, my lovely darklings, here we have the custom painted Weird Girl for our dear friend Freak at Frost and Fist. Freak has recently decided to take a dive into the heretical world of orcs, and I thought I would give him his very own weird boy, except we decided that it was going to be a female. He has decided to play, he is playing Death Skulls, so their color is blue, so blue is the primary color used in this figure. The figure itself is actually a printable figure courtesies of the Artisans Guild, which does 3D printing for $10 a month. You get a package every month, including a pinup. It's actually really cool and very much worth it. The base was done by Big D himself, as this was a collaboration between the two of us for our dear friend. The base is actually 3 different pieces that he was able to cobble together within the program and print exactly the way he wanted, including that beautiful orc symbol right in the front in between her feet. When I painted her, I decided to try something a bit new, and she's actually was done in a full gray primer, as is my normal personally, as Dee prefers either white or black, depending on what he's painting. Then, using an undercoating of similar to a zenithal, I lightened all of the areas that light would have hit up using a Uthran Gray, then Off-White by Vallejo, and then hitting it on the ridges with a Citadel White Scar. After that, everything you see is actually painted by either a very watered down contrast or using inks. Was a thing. Her fur tufts are all different colors because I was shooting for somebody who was taking trophies to use to power the almighty wall. So that, my dears, is the figure that was painted for our dear Freak at Frost and Fist. Alright, and this is a female orc pin up by the Artisans Guild at 150% that I painted as a present for Mythos of Frost and Fist as well. Mythos had been asking about why is it that you can get all of these nice, pin-up models of Tau and humans, and even, surprisingly enough, there are even some for the Gene Stealer's cult, but none for orcs. Why are there no sexy, thick orc girls like you can see in World of Warcraft? So, the Artisans Guild offered her up. I jumped at the chance to paint her, and here she stands for all to see. She was my very first attempt at doing a figure for display. Her entire, from top to bottom, she has nothing but inks on her with very minimal pieces of actual paint in between there. There is a little bit of contrast in her. With her, I started with a base gray primer, bringing the color up using varying shades of gray to varying shades of white to white, as I wanted to get a shadowed effect. As you can kind of see as she's coming around, I made it so that the light source was shining directly onto her face, so you can see where the highest brights are on her. After using a Biltan green ink, or shading actually, for her skin, there was a couple of layers of that. I went back and then used Cassandora yellow, I think is what it's called, to brighten up the green so that the highlights pop so much stronger. The obsidian of her blade is actually a combination of black Templars, contrast watered down, and blue with some light gray highlights in there to give it that shiny effect. All in all, she was a lot of fun to paint for me as a first time for pulling this, and it's a very sexy and very dynamic pose. Kudos to the Artisans Guild and my dear Mythos. I hope you enjoy her. She was a lot of fun to make.